Hey guys, I just wanted to make a really quick, like, 5 minute tutorial. So I was trying to Google earlier how to enable the PlayFab server API because the PlayFab extensions, editor extensions, I should be more specific, stopped being supported. Um, at some point the past couple months. I tried using it around September 10th, and it had too many obsolete usages, and so it threw red errors, and I literally had to scrap the project and uninstall the editor extensions. And so I was like, well, how do you enable server API? Because a lot of YouTubers that do programming, especially like Dapper Dino, all of their tutorials for enabling, authentication and persistent data using the PlayFab's API, all is like a year old, right? Back when the extensions were still running fine, you just like click the little toggle. So now I'm going to show you how to do it now, okay? And so I've already done it, so I'll just trace you through the proper steps. Okay, so what you do is you go into File, Build Settings. Now I'm using WebGL because I'm testing scene by scene. Because on my Discord and my MMO project that I'm building, I'm looking for very particular functions while I'm compiling it into a downloadable file, because the total game when this is finished, it'll be too big for WebGL unless I split it across instances, and that would, I don't know, that's just stupid. So I'll just make it a downloadable file eventually. Alrighty, so let's get down to it. So go into player settings, okay? Now this will enable it across the whole project. There are ways to enable it for particular code snippets, but it doesn't really matter because most of what the server API is for grabbing player data. And I can't really think of any instance where if you're using PlayerFab to store, like resources, money, things like that, or levels, that you wouldn't be loading that during the whole project. And the secret key is something that's held on the server end, so it's not a big deal. So you go into on player, you scroll down. And this is if you're using 2021. I don't know about the other ones. And you see script compilation. It says defining scripting defined symbols. Okay. You go down here, and it won't be added on default for some reason. You go and you click the plus button, and word for word, you paste in or type in enable underscore PlayFab server underscore API, and that enables it across the entire project. You just hit apply. They do not recommend using it on anything but standalone, but I've done some research, and some people are saying that Mirror supports WebSocket, so as long as you're using PlayFab with Mirror, it should be fine. I would not recommend using ML, the multiplay API, right now because one, it doesn't support WebSockets at all. You can't use it with WebGL, and it's also in the very, very early stages with Linux-based object authority. And basically what that means is when you're running in command lines and you're having multiple people and multiple instances across different scenes, it's really easy for it to throw exception errors, even if it's coded correctly, because it'll work fine in the Unity editor, and then the minute you're trying to run it on the actual server, the MLA PI at the moment falls apart. So it's nothing good for anything. So if you're building multiple scenes that you want to have instancing people across, MLA PI is not ready for that yet, and it does not at all support WebGL. So use what you want, but I would recommend still using Mirror at the time of this recording. Okay. All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial, and yeah, I'll even put a couple timestamps in when I'm exactly showing you how to do this. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Laters.